going to be getting started on my 11 by 14 inch stretch canvas here. And what I've done is I've taken some raw umber and phthalo blue and a little violet in about equal proportions just to make up this dark value. And I just covered the whole canvas with this, let it dry. On my palette I have some phthalo blue, raw umber, burnt umber, violet, permanent red, light magenta, cad orange, yellow medium, and some titanium white. So I'm going to go ahead and take my number 8 natural round bristle brush to get these bokeh effects and these nice blends and gradients. I'm just going to start working some kind of abstract, kind of warm and cool colors up and down the canvas first before I do the spider web. So I'm going to start actually with a little titanium white, just pure white, and I'm going to have my light source, which is my sun, beaming in at about right here. Okay, not completely halfway into the canvas, but over just a little bit. It adds more interest to the eye, I think, this way. Okay, so something like right here. And I'm just going to sort of go kind of something like that, okay? And just getting some color down for now. Now, without cleaning, I'm going to take some yellow medium. Just a teeny touch of orange. Barely any at all. I just want to change just the flavor of this yellow just a little bit, okay? Just kind of makes it a little bit more vibrant, I think. It kind of does something to it. Okay, something like that. And I want to take this, go around here, and let's see, I'm going to come down with this about something like that. Okay. Obviously, I can take this background color and just knock back anything if it comes too far. All good. This is a very forgiving, very simple piece to do. A lot of fun. I thought, let's just do it freestyle, because spider webs, even though they have a pattern, they don't really have an exact, and it doesn't have to be neat and everything perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cad orange. I'm going to go back into some of this yellow just a little bit. Okay, just looking for a basic yellow, or I'm sorry, basic orange. And let's see, I think I want to get just a little bit of red into that, not much. It kind of knocks it down just a little bit, okay? Something like this. I can always adjust my colors. I'm just getting color for now on the canvas, kind of where it belongs. Okay, and with my nylon round bristle brush, I'm just going to scrub this in. And the key to this is no water, okay? Completely dry brush. Okay, I'm just going to start scrubbing these values in. I'm going to add just a little bit of violet now and magenta, light magenta together. I'm going to get some of that orange in there. Okay, just kind of something like that. And I'm just going to sort of, let's see, I'm going to bring it down to about, well, I'll just bring it in. It doesn't matter. Okay, just going to sort of do this. See how it kind of changes up the flavor a little bit. It kind of starts to have some colors that are changing a bit. Light's bouncing off these colors, doing all kinds of cool things. Okay, I'm going to go back into this color actually, and I'm actually going to take some magenta now into some of that orange. And when I do that, it just really makes a neon, vibrant kind of an orange. Okay, and you'll see, I'll come back in here with this. You can see how much more vibrant that is now. And of course, it's on another layer too that I already put down, making it even pop, or pop even that much more. Okay, so just getting something to launch colors from and put effects to and all that. I just got to get color for now. Okay, it's all good. I'm going to go that same color again. And right here. Oh yeah, see that? And that wasn't even anything there yet. That's just on the dark surface. See how much more vibrant when you put that magenta into that orange. It really gives you a neon orange. So there you go. If you don't have neon orange, just do that. Take some light magenta. All right. I think maybe light magenta might be an easier color to maintain or get a hold of than, say, neon orange maybe in some places. Okay, so let me see. Okay, just kind of bringing that up to this. Okay, now just gonna sort of scrub this out. Okay, just like that. Getting these colors up here. Okay. Now let's see. I want to go a little bit more of this. And let's get some more of that violet. Okay. There we go. Back to that more duller kind of hue right here. Okay. It's all good. Nothing impressive just yet. Not with these first layers. Just the nature of acrylics. Always a mess at first, getting something up there and then working with something as I get down. Okay, so a little bit of paint left on the brush. I just kind of want this kind of sort of faint haze of color right in here as I get down here. Okay, not too strong. I want it stronger up here, of course, because the light is really illuminating, and then it just kind of breaks off as it comes down. It gives it more of a natural light transition as this develops. Okay, and I think I'm just going to go the orange and the violet. See how that violet just kind of dulls down that orange and makes it kind of muted a little bit like this. Yeah, just something, like I said, to kind of fade off from the vibrant stuff to make it look like natural light happening as it comes away from the sun. It gets distance in the painting this way and realistic light play and all those things. Okay, if your colors are getting a little dried out, mist them a little bit. If you live somewhere really dry or whatever you need to do, you can even dip your, I know I said a completely dry brush with those natural bristle brushes, but if you need to, go ahead and dip the tip in to some water, maybe just a teeny bit, like a pin drop, just to get the paint going again. All right. Okay, and that should be just fine. The effects will still work. Okay, I know it looks really good, so let's keep going with that. Let's see, I want to just kind of work more of this stuff up in here. And let's see, I want to go another layer here of this orange and this light magenta color, okay, for that vibrant color. And I really want to get in here and really fill this in. Get these colors really popping off of here. Okay, just kind of something. Of course, I'll knock some of this back with some other values. Okay, this doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Colors don't have to land exactly where they should be the first time. It's all good. Just getting something there to work with. Okay, then I know how to hone in and kind of critique it and make it exactly what I want once I get colors up there. It's like I want more or less of one. I want a shape out of a certain color, you know, whatever it is. And it's all good. Okay. A little bit more magenta this time. You can see the vibrance. It's almost like a neon pink now, kind of. Okay, just kind of something like that. All right, now we get some shine and glow happening here. All right. Okay, I'll start with some bokeh lights. There's maybe one right there. Okay, maybe another one right there. Okay. And I'll fill this in a little bit more. You get these holes, and every now and again, don't fight those. Let them dry. And you don't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to clean this brush off. I want to go back to that yellow. Okay, drying this off really good. Okay, super well. And now I want to go back, take a little of this orange with it, okay, just to make it vibrant. Now I want to add a little bit of white. The white will make it more opaque and not as transparent to get the coat to lay down better and cover more of this. I want this super bright yellow. And I want this dramatic sun to kind of be coming out of here, see, like this. Okay, and I'll tap to get the paint laid down a little bit more. Of course, anything that's wrong or out of place, I'll just take and knock it back with other values of orange there. It's all good. Just wiping a lot of that paint off the brush, and I just want to go right here and just kind of fuzz the side. Again, this is bokeh, out of focus. And so these blurry effects are all about these blended lines right here. See that? Just like that. Look at how that just fades off super well. Boom, now it looks like something happened in there. Gives it a nice glow. Okay, lovely. Just blends it out, gives it that nice bokeh out of focus look there. See that? Already starting to happen. Okay, I'm just gonna take it out like this. Actually, I'm gonna get a little bit more paint, more of that yellow on the brush here. Okay, and I just want to kind of do this. Okay, and you'll see it kind of come off a little bit, maybe those dark spots. I'm just gonna let that dry again. I'm not gonna fight that. Okay, and I'm just gonna sort of do this. Ain't that nice? Okay. Now it looks like a bright glowing sun. See, these natural bristles, they really just blend everything out. When you get that blend, you get that glow and you get that shine, and it just, you get those effects super well. These brushes are it. I'm telling you, these natural bristles are the way to go, and it will totally take you home in no time on these effects. And it's so much fun to watch. Okay, again, drying my brush off completely after cleaning all that yellow off, and I want to go now and take just pure titanium white. Okay, just a little bit of paint. And one more time, let's go and get this more opaque in here. Okay, filling those dark areas in as this dries, and very light pressure with the brush, just kind of right where it's at. I want to just fade it off. Okay, fade it off. And I don't want to go back into the white, or I'll take that yellow and go back in and kind of lose the white. And it's all good, I can put it in again, but I really just want to fade it off and not go back towards it. Okay, just fading it off down into that yellow. See, like that? Ain't that nice? And now I got this really vibrant kind of thing happening. Okay, I'm gonna wipe most of that paint off the brush. And let's see, I'm going to continue on with more stuff here. I want to get more red, or actually some red now, into some of this magenta color here. See that? A real firecracker like color here. Okay, something like that. Just a little bit of paint, and in some of these places, like right in here, you can see I just want to change, sort of change the flavor up as I get out here. Okay, just kind of like that. Maybe some of that right in here. Yeah, look at that. See that? Okay, it just adds some like glow and shine, and it just really ramps us up. Okay, just like that. All right, and now without cleaning, I'm just going to take a little bit more of this permanent red. I want more red into this. And right where this dark value meets right here, kind of just want to put this little haze in. Yeah, like that. See that? Just like that. I think it does something here as well. Okay, fading up and into the dark in both directions. Out this way, up this way, and down this way. Okay, just to kind of have it disperse, and it gives that natural kind of light play and glow sensation that I'm looking for to get out of this. And just super awesome effects with these brushes. I'm telling you, these are the best things ever. All right, love that. Okay, now without cleaning, I'm going to take again some of this orange and some of this magenta. Okay, very vibrant color here. Okay, a little bit more orange. And I want to go back in here for another coat. Okay, and I want to settle this down over some of this. Okay. All right, kind of like that. Now with the paint left on the brush, I just want to go in here again, make some of these distinct bokeh light things here, see, like that. And let's see. Okay. See, this one here looks a little bit more transparent. Super awesome there. And let's see, I want to go kind of right here. Okay, just kind of fading that off. See that? A little bit of a background, little light zinger here. Okay, and now what I want to do, I want to take a little bit more of this red in light magenta here. Okay, just tapping a lot of that paint off the brush. And over here, just kind of want to change up the value just a little bit. See, it's not really the same as the orange over here. See this? There we go. Again, just showing some light play and natural transition stuff, okay? Just kind of like this. Again, not fighting these holes, letting that dry, it's all good. Okay, now, let's see, I want to go maybe a little bit more orange and yellow and maybe a little white. Yeah, there we go. See, it's a little bit different value now than this other stuff I've been working with. And I just want to sneak in just some subtle little bokeh light stuff, like maybe right here. Okay. And now I want to blend those in just a little bit. I want to take a little bit more of this orange, this darker stuff here. Okay, and it just kind of blends it down a little bit. It kind of makes it more subtle in that way. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean this brush. And once again, let's just take pure yellow medium. Just a teeny bit of white, just so I can get it opaque. I just want to go like this. And I want to bring it down just a little bit further, actually. I feel like it got kind of covered up from where I wanted it. That's okay, see? Always can adjust colors. Make them less, make them more. Bring them down, push them back. All good. Okay. And again, I want to blend out just a little bit here. And I really want to blend out up here like this. Okay. Just like that. See that? And okay, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit more yellow here. Okay, maybe a little bit more white into it. There we go. Gosh, I'm gonna get some titanium white again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead now and clean this brush again. I want to take my number 18 angle brush and I want to map out the spider web and its general array, you know, its pattern. It doesn't have to be all neat and perfect. In fact, neat and perfect would look too, I think, AI or, you know, too cartoony, because realistically, a spider's web isn't going to be exactly, you know, every line intact. So I'm going to do this freestyle. Again, I'm going to use this angle brush and I'm going to use the tip and the edge to get around everything and get these lines precise where I want them. So I think what I want to do is I'm just going to get some of that background color. I'm going to get some violet, some raw umber, and phthalo blue. Okay, for that dark background color that I blocked in with. And now I'm going to get titanium white. Okay, just something very subtle like this. Okay, maybe a little bit more violet actually, because I can use some of this kind of, let's see, I'm going to get a little bit more raw umber to dull that a little bit more. Okay, a little bit more titanium white. Okay, I'm thinking something like this. Okay, now I want to go, let's see, about halfway down the canvas vertically, and horizontally I don't want to go to the middle. I want to go kind of like right here. Okay, for the center, and I want to locate the center first, because I feel that by locating the center first, I know how to build out the rest of this web. Okay, like that. Okay, just very light pressure with the brush. Okay, and let's see. Okay, I'm thinking something like that in the middle. And I can go a little dot here with the corner of the brush. See that little dot there? And then, okay, just at the corner of the edge, whatever brush you're comfortable with. Use a flat brush, use a script liner brush if you want. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Okay, something like that. And let's see, I'll do it again, really small. Okay, so just these little, it's like making hexagons but putting more edges on them, you know, making them like a decagon, maybe 10 sides. I don't know. However. All right, so just gonna go like this. Okay, see that? Just kind of getting this web thing going. All right. And of course, if you don't like it, here's this dark background. Cover it up. Maybe a line's too far out. Maybe it's too thick. Maybe it's at the wrong angle. You can do whatever you want here. Change it. Make it how you want to make it. Okay. Okay, see something like that? Now it looks like I got kind of a web deal going on, yeah? Yeah, about that. Now I'm just gonna keep mapping this out. I'm gonna just go around this some more. However, okay, and so what I want to do is kind of come up here and kind of map this out. Okay, just generally mapping it out where it goes. I'm thinking maybe something like this. Okay, basic little layout, do it how you want to do it. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean this brush now. I'm gonna go ahead and get my number 6 nylon flat brush here. I'm gonna use this to kind of fill in some more stuff up here. Okay, so I'm gonna take titanium white. Okay, and I'm just gonna go in here. Once again, you can see how it lays in there better. Okay, more layers, more saturation, more smooth everything gets. Okay, the better everything gets filled in. So that's why I say first layers, you know what I mean? Just let it be what it wants. Okay, these second coats will have the final say, these next final layers here. Okay, so just like that. Okay, I'm not gonna clean. I'm just gonna again take that yellow. Okay, just straight up yellow, no mixing. And let's go in here again. And I can also shape the sun, the white part here. Okay, and I want to put it right up against it and shape it out. Okay, just like that. See that? You really fill that in. Okay, I have my number 3 nylon round brush. This is going to help to make some small bokeh strings of some webs up here near the sun area. Okay, and make those really glimmer off of this. So I'm going to go just pure titanium, or I'm sorry, pure yellow medium here. I'm actually going to get a little white into that. Okay, pulling through as I turn it, brings it to a nice sharp point. And what I'm going to do is kind of map out where I want these to be. Let's see, kind of in this area right here. So just going to sort of go like this. Okay, there's one there. There's one here. And I'm just laying them in for now. I'm not worried about effects. Okay, I just want to get these in here. Okay, and let's see, I'll skip a little bit. I'll go like this. Kind of something like this that's happening. Okay. And okay, there's going to be a real bright zinger. Okay, right in here. Okay, where some of that web is happening. Okay, see something like that. And let's see. I'm going to go a little bit more orange into this now. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to go a really bright one. That's going to happen right here. Okay, so changing up the flavor just a little bit. You can see here, just okay, just like that. And now, let's see, I want to change up the value a little bit here. I want to go red and orange. Okay, maybe a little bit of white into that, not much. Okay, something like that, and let's continue on here. Actually, I'm going to clean this brush. Okay, I've got my number 2 nylon flat brush I'm going to use. Actually, it's a little beat up, but it's perfect for these small bokeh light things. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to white, some red, and some orange. Okay, just something like this to show up a little bit. And looks like I want to put kind of a streaky, circular kind of a thing in here. See that? Okay. All right, see that? And I'm gonna come down here like this. Okay. And I actually want a little bit more red into that. Let's get some magenta, let's get some orange. I want to make these really firecracker-like values in here. Okay. Just like that. And let's see, I'm gonna do these little circular things going this way. Okay, and I'm gonna take this up and just kind of streak it up. Okay, just kind of like this. Okay. And let's see, I'm gonna go off of here. Okay, and maybe there's another little striking. Okay, back to my number 6 nylon flat brush here. I'm going to go in here and one more time, another coat, because it is on that dark background. It does take a few times. But see, it's all good. I come down here, I work, I come back up here, I add another coat. That's drying while I come back in here, back and forth, and I never really have to wait for anything to dry. Okay, just move the project around. It's all good. Okay, again, just getting this kind of blended out here. Okay, just like that. Ramp up that shine and that glow. Just getting a little bit of pressure with my brush right now, just barely touching the canvas. Bob Ross would say 2 hairs and some air. I have to slow down and say that, or else I'll kind of biff. Trying to say it too fast. I don't know. Okay, so just kind of like this. And of course, if I get too much white, just go back in there with yellow, which I'm about to do right now. I'm just going to go yellow, no cleaning. Okay. And again, right where I want it to kind of end, I'll just start there and I'll bring it up towards the white. Just kind of blend back into it just a little bit. See this? Very, very, very light pressure with the brush. I want to take just yellow again. Just plain old yellow with the very corner of this brush. I just want to get in here with these smaller bokeh lights, see, like that. And I'm going to have them come up and just kind of overlap some of them. And actually, I'm going to switch brushes, actually. I'm going to clean that brush off, and I'm going to take my number 0 nylon round brush. It's a little bit smaller, of course, than the number 3. It's going to get in here a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to work this in, and just a little bit of paint on the brush. A little titanium white into that yellow just to make it more opaque, to get it to show up better. Okay, just kind of something like this. It's perfect for doing these little bokeh things here. See that? I can really get precise. Okay, just like that. Now, as I get over here, I want to get more orange here. into that. Okay. Now let's see, I want to go on this maybe just a little bit. You can see anything goes. I'm just kind of placing these wherever, just doing these little general patterns. There's no right or wrong, really. Just totally go for it. Okay, you can totally make this into however you want. I want to take a little bit more of this yellow. Okay, just straight up. And I want to go in here and brighten up some of these. Okay, just really make them pop and shine. Okay, these ones over here, I want to make these show up really good. Okay, something like that. Okay. And let's see. What I want to do, I want to take a little titanium white now. I didn't clean my brush. Okay, just kind of pulling through and turning it, trying to get a little tip on this. And right here, see that? I can make these pop just a little bit like that. Okay, see? And then I break it up like that, put little half moons on them. That kind of does something. Okay, just like that. Just little ones here and there. Okay. Okay, boom. See that? It just really ramps this up. Takes it to a new level like that. Okay, still using that 0 round brush here. You can use script liner, any brush you want to use. I want to go some more orange now. Okay, let me get some of this yellow in there. And I want to dull it just a hair with some burnt umber. Okay, just a little burnt umber. And now titanium white. Okay, a little bit more orange into that, maybe a little bit more yellow. There we go. There we go. I love that. There we go. There it is. Okay. There's the yellow or the orange that I want. Okay, and so now with that, I just want to go in here. Now what I want to do is take a little bit of red and a little bit of orange. Okay, really nice super firecracker color. And I just want to go kind of like this around them a little bit. Okay, so it looks like they have like this glow kind of shining off of them. Okay, so I'm gonna take and just kind of run this around some of this and kind of on it a little bit. See that? Like that. And then I'll just kind of dust it out like this. See this? It just kind of gives it that glow and that shine. I love that. Okay, just kind of like that. It gives it that sensation. Let's see with this lighter color first and then this over it. Makes this show up even though that's the same color out here that I'm glazing over with. It keeps it from going away. And that's how I can play those colors in there and give it that glow and have it do those wonderful things. Okay, so I'm going to also glaze this in right here while I have that color on my brush, just to give it more shine, just kind of surrounding some of this stuff here. See this? Now it looks like it's really in the light instead of just kind of something there, you know? Okay. With that dark background color first, I can really play this on top and have that shadow pop out of there, but still give it that light play through it, see? Where the lights just kind of lighten up the darkness and it's about to scram. See, I'm just going to place some more values together. I'm going to get that orange value in there. I'm going to get more yellow. Okay, just kind of something like that. And I'm going to go in here and with my palette knife, I'm going to go ahead and make up a color here. I'm going to take some yellow, just a teeny bit of burnt umber. That's just to dull the yellow down. Okay. Now let's get some more yellow into that. Okay, I'm going to bring this over here, wipe that paint off, and I'm going to get this value involved here. Okay, something like that. I'll go ahead and set that there. I'm going to take my number 3 nylon, or sorry, my 0 nylon round brush. So I want to be able to, let's see. What I want to do, I just want to take now just some yellow. I don't want to clean. Okay, just like this. Okay, and actually what I want to do, I want to take a little bit more orange to this. Okay, just a little bit. And let's try this value here. There we go. All right, I've got my script liner brush now, and I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to take some of this red and some of this magenta and titanium white. Okay, I'm looking for kind of this reddish glow color, maybe a little bit of orange into there, maybe a little bit of yellow. I don't know. Let's see what I can get here. All right. Okay, again, lots of water with the script liner. Okay, a little bit more white. There we go, perfect. This kind of fiery peach color here. Okay, pulling through as I turn it to a point. And let's see, I want to go right here. And I want to hit these little things here. Okay, something like that. What I want to do now is take some of this red and magenta together for more of a firecracker look to it. Okay, and I want to go, let's see, kind of out here like this. Okay, just like that. Okay, look at that shine and that red here that kind of pops from here because it comes out here. Okay, something like that. Look at this thing just glowing. All right, I like that. Just kind of wherever, however. Okay, let's get some orange. Let's get some magenta, light magenta. Let's get some red. I want to go kind of like this. Yeah, I want to show some light really zinging right here. Okay, and now just a little bit of magenta, a little bit of violet. Okay, a little bit of red. I want to go down here and just kind of do that. Okay, something like that. I want to get this light value again. Okay, just a little bit of paint, and I want to continue on with just some of this like this. See this? Now I just want to take pure titanium white. Okay, I want to go in here. And I just want to streak out some of this like this. See this? Okay. Something kind of like that. Something of that sort right there. And now, without cleaning, I just want to take some orange and some of that red and magenta for that fiery color again. And one thing I'd like to do is I'd like to kind of put a little sparkler right here. Boom, like that. See that? And kind of do something here where it looks like light's really illuminating out of here. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of these little fireballs right here. Okay, now what I want to do without cleaning, I just want to take some red. Okay, just plain old red, and kind of go around what I just did here on the outsides of it. This is going to build up a really bright glow on some of these. Okay, now I'm going to clean this brush. Okay, just a little bit of white. And I want to go right here. Okay, and that looks like it's glowing out now. Really bright. So I'm just going to feather the outsides of this. And then I'm going to drop some of that in right there. Boom. Okay, just like that. Okay, now it looks like it's really zinging out there. Let's see, I want to go again with this. Okay, and let's see, I want to just continue on. Okay. All right, now I want to settle that down just a little bit. I'm going to take that kind of peachy, fiery color. A little bit more of this magenta color. All right, I'm going to continue on now with some more of these yellowish kind of orangey tones here. Okay, a little bit of white into that. Okay, something like that, and I'm going to continue on. Okay. Now I'm going to take some more orange, and now I'm going to take some burnt umber to that. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's get a little bit more burnt umber. I want to dull this down a little bit. Just a little bit, okay? I'm going to get a little bit of yellow in there to make that more vibrant. From there, okay, something like that, I think. Again, I can always adjust. I'm kind of turning it to get that round shape to it again. Okay. Kind of like this. Okay, just picking up some new values, different values, maybe a little bit more yellow, maybe a little bit more orange. Okay. Something like that. I'm going to go ahead and clean this brush again. I'd like to take my number 9 nylon round, my natural round bristle brush. I want to glaze in a little bit of this reddish color here. Okay, a little bit of orange, a little bit of magenta. Okay, just kind of something like that. Most of that paint off the brush. I mean, barely any at all. Because what I want to do now is go in here. Just kind of do something like this. See this? Just kind of glazing over this because it's just, it says that the sun's beaming through, and I just kind of want this glaze haze, you know what I mean? I guess that's what I like to call it. And even right here, what I do now, I want to take some violet, some raw umber, some phthalo blue. Okay, that background color. And what I want to do now is, on these water drops, I just want to go and, if you'll notice right here, just kind of do this right in the middle and leave some of those white. See that? And now I'm making a water drop. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Just gonna go like that. Okay, something like that. It looks more like water drops, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this brush. Once again, I'm gonna go into this value again. And I wanna just okay, going back to my number 9 natural round bristle brush, what I want to do now is I want to take a little bit of violet, and let's see, I want to take a little bit of white, okay, just kind of something kind of vibrant like this, and just kind of want to go in here and kind of glaze this around like this. See this? Okay. And let's get a little bit more violet on that. Okay, there we go. Not much. Let's see, just changing up the values a little bit. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to get a little magenta and some white. Okay, no cleaning. No cleaning at all. Let's see, a little bit more magenta. There we go. Okay, very little paint on the brush. Okay, now I want to take some phthalo blue and some violet together. Okay, for a royal color like so. And I want to go around some of this like this. See this? With that royal color. See, it just does something. It really sets it off. Okay, something like that. See that? And now I want to take again some more phthalo blue. And right down here, I want to get some of these darker ones. Okay, see, like that. All right, I'm going to continue on with my number 3 nylon round brush. Okay, I'm going to take just pure yellow medium here. Okay, just going through it, kind of pulling through to a point, or just getting that round shape on it rather. Okay, and I want to go in here and let's really pop some of these bokeh lights out in here. Really make this shine super duper bright. Okay, See, like that. And then also right here. Okay, just something like that. Kind of makes it look like some light zinging in right there, okay? All right, no cleaning. I'm gonna take some orange and a little white. Okay, and just gonna go in here. Just kind of do something like that, just a little bit of it. Okay, not the whole thing. Now I'm gonna do some yellow. I'm sorry, some orange and some red together. Okay, very vibrant color. And down here, I want this a little bit darker. Okay, now just titanium white right here. Without cleaning, I'm just going to take pure titanium white, and I want to go in here and really brighten up some super bright ones here with, of course, the light's hitting the strongest. Okay, I went ahead and signed, as you can see here, and I did change the values from some yellows to more orange tones right in here, just to give more of that sunshine effect through the web here. But as you can see, just doing anything with this dark value in the background, you can cover anything up and start again, whatever you want. So very easy for giving peace and very good practice for bokeh stuff. So totally check this out. Let me hear your questions in the comments down below. And please, if you're new, subscribe. This helps me to keep making these videos, and I appreciate all of you so very much. So with that said, guys, I want to wish you a happy fall and happy painting to you.